Hello, thank you very much for coming back to the channel. What I'm going to do today is just do some fine cleaning. Something's concerned me on the car since I've had it. Lewis, sitting in Worcester, who's the mechanic, who is the guy I totally trust to work on my car. He's a master technician. Lewis, if you're watching, thank you very much for coming to the channel. And Jack, who works with Lewis. Hope you're both doing well. Right, on the engine bay, on the 6.6 litre 760, there's a couple of things which I really want to do. One of the things I've got a habit of doing is not driving with this beauty cover on, because I feel it retains a lot of heat. Now, if a car is a vehicle that you intend to keep for a long time, and this one is a keeper, I never drive with the beauty cover on. I've actually just put it on just to show you what it looks like on the 760. But there's obviously access here for the the oil filler when you change oil or you're doing top up. But on a really good engine, you never have to top the oil up. It stays at the level. It does not burn oil. These engines are incredible. I think it's a 74B engine. This is which I didn't know originally. Lewis did tell me what this was. It was the blue cooler for the turbos. So it's got two cooling systems. This one's blue, and the main engine there is an orange, which is obviously for the normal radiator in the car. So this cover, I've already unclipped it. There's a big clip underneath here, and there's two at the back, one there. So this is actually prized off already to make it easy for filming. But this, if you take this cover off, that's the engine underneath. I might just stop the filming here when I put this big cover down so I don't damage it. So hold on. So having put the cover down, to show you the actual Paul, what is this? Is this a N73? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, 73.
N73B. I don't know what that designate. Those of you who know about BMWs more than I do will know. Go on, Paul.
N72 is a short wheelbase, N72 is a long wheelbase.
Thanks. So Paul, do you want to just point out what we've actually done? The air filters, we've actually put new ones in, and there's two on, obviously, for each turbo. Right, we've fully changed the coolant. Just explain what you did there, Paul.
Took all the old coolants out, put new coolants in.
So we pressure vacuumed it out and put new coolant in there.
We like to do that once a year. They say every 5 years, but once a year is good.
Yeah.
Intercooler coolant, which is blue. There's a level in there.
Can you just open that up to just show people who are not familiar with this engine?
This is very, very tight, hand tight. Now, when you undo it, do not drop the cap.
May I just add something to it? Always check there's no blowback through the cap, like blue. If there's any blue dye around here, it's leaking through the cap, so just be conscious of that. Always make sure it's clean. And there's the level, and it should be just flush with the max, not over the max. It's on the slope, the car is, so at the moment it's showing slightly high, but on the level it's perfect. While we've got the engine open, to trickle charge it, that's the earth, that's the positive, and I do trickle charge this with a high quality trickle charger because I don't use the car maybe 2 or 3 days. It certainly doesn't go out in the bad weather.
Obviously, you don't take this off until the engine is cold or fairly warm. There's a level in there.
But obviously, we can't check the level because it's on the slope, but it just shows you what it's like inside.
No, it's interesting. These should be blue. This one's actually orange because someone's changed the coolants in it.
No, I think there was a change in the model year. BMW changed from like blue to orange, and this is I think it's this car's May 2017 build. Anyway, right, cool. If we just take what we were doing now, this cover, can you just explain what we've actually done?
Right, these are the clips you have to take out. Basically, they've got a head on them and a tail. You lift the head off and the whole lot will come out. See that? It's just popped out. Now these clips, you've got 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and another 6 that side. You basically take all those out. This is held in on a rail. That comes off, and that reveals.
Right, just explain why we wanted to take this apart. Paul, if you come back and explain what you want to do on this. Though BMW do a great service on the car, they don't do the hyper servicing that I like to do. And I know Lewis hasn't got time in the workshop to do this because it's on a set rate an hour what you do, changing oil and filters,
Well,
etc.
One of the most important things, like this is your boot or your bonnet catch. This one's lubricating. See the cable? It's going to wear there, and the other one's the other side.
Yeah, good point. So these are the bonnet release. Bonnet release.
Mechanism.
Yeah, cables.
Obviously, don't forget to oil it all.
I'm going to give this a wash, and I'm just going to talk Paul a moment. What I do is on the car is a 2-bucket wash, which most of you are familiar with. But this product is outstanding. I've just ordered a 20-litre drum of this, which arrived yesterday. This is incredible on a satin finish car. It leaves no residue, and it does a deep clean in the I can only describe it as a shark skin finish on the black. I'm just going to show actually, Paul. Oh, where's that top gone? Yeah, I'm just going to walk over to that and just show. Right, the colour of a car is actually there, frozen black metallic, and the build date was May 2017. So this cleaner car wash is superb. So what's the plan? We're going to give it some.
Clean all this off, take this off, look at the radiator, but obviously when you take this off, you've got to be careful not to disturb your boot catch.
Yeah, well done.
So basically be very careful with that.
Okay, can I just stop you there a minute? When we take this panel off here, we've got to be careful. We remember to put the bonnet release mechanism, which is under here, back in place, but not to disturb it. There's one there, which is going to be lubricated. We've got to do these, I'm not sure what these are called, I'm not a mechanic. Hex nuts, maybe, to take this off. This is all going to get cleaned, but that's the condition of the engine. Otherwise, it's immaculate. It's a really well maintained BMW. It's been valeted extremely well, as you saw in the other video with the wheels. It runs like it's brand new. It's got 79,000 miles on it. I put on screen a screenshot of the odometer with the TFT screen instrument panel. But it's got 79,000 miles on it. It drives like brand new. These, by the way, are I think resonating boxes for sound. I don't know, because basically put this engine in the Rolls-Royce Phantom and Wraith. So it's a BMW 6.6. Okay, that's the finish with it just been washed with some finesse car wash, foaming wash. You don't want to use any waxes, wax polishes or wax car wash because it will go on the frozen black metallic paintwork, and that's not good for the paint finish. But it's come up nice. What I'm going to do now is actually just take these nuts out, I'm not sure what they're called, and actually take this panel off and have a look underneath it. But ideally what I'm going to do is take away any leaves in the radiators, check it for condition of the pipe work, give it a general clean, but just come back and have a look in a moment. Okay, Paul, what torque head are we using for these nuts?
T27.
So they all go into a box to keep it all together for reassembly. So they're all there, so nothing gets lost. So the bonnet release cable, unclip it, I'm going to polish. I thought I'd just give it a light polish with a mopping wheel, the actual aluminium cover. You don't see it, but it just always looks nice. So what we plan to do is take this shroud off, because we're actually going to change this camera unit here, which is actually faded in the sun. So we've got a new one of those to install, but we're just going to work out how we actually install it. Cool. What you feeling? Oh yeah, the radiator is manufactured in Poland. Well, it could be the compressor air conditioning radiator. I don't think it's the engine core one, Paul. Looks a bit thin for that. But it's things like this I'm actually just checking while we've got it out, what the wiring's like underneath for piping, the fan unit. By the way, because it's an electric fan and potentially it could start up, we've got to be very careful with that with the fingers. But this is what we're concerned about, taking this panel off here to access this. Okay, what we've decided to do is actually put some all-purpose grease on the threads on these. So we're going to take them out one at a time. We have reassembled it. We're going to unreassemble it. Take them out one at a time.
Notice I'm doing these by hand and not a power tool, because if you lose one of these in the engine, you'll never get it back again. It's best to put it in by hand. Do it by hand and just torque it with a...
So what torque setting are you doing these to?
Just by hand's height.
So probably like 10 Newton meters.
Yeah, we just nip them. I'll put in some grease on there. I've always had a bit of grease there. That one there. And by the way, while we've got the camera, that is going to be clipped underneath.
That's a bonnet release cable.
And you've got to lubricate these, which we'll do in a minute.
Yeah, we'll show you that in a minute.
With grease. Don't put oil on there.
That's interesting. I was going to use oil. So grease is better, is it?
Disappear.
It would do, actually. So would you use this all-purpose grease?
Yeah, not white grease. It goes rock hard. Yeah, this grease. RM grease.
What we've actually done is reassembled it all. Everything was taken apart to replace this. I needed a new one of those fitted. We've actually put the camera back in, we've lubricated it. So we're going to take the beauty cover off to keep the engine cooler. These are okay to use in the winter when it's like -5 degrees or 0 degrees, but not when it's midsummer in the UK. It just makes the engine over hot all the time when it's stood, when it's not running, and it just bakes all the plastics and the wiring. So I'm not a great fan of them. I think anyone with a really nice car should take these off in the summer and only put them back on when it goes sub-zero temperatures to help keep the engine warm. It's really for acoustics. I think it's called an acoustic cover, but as I said, I'm not a great fan of them. Just incidentally, the car's actually got lots of these yellow tabs around it in various places. There's one up there as well, and it just tells the owner or the mechanic when certain things need changing. I think that's for the airboxes, and that one's actually for the orange coolant when it needs changing. So Paul, could you take the cover off? It just unclips, just lifts up. It just lifts up then, Paul. And then you can see that's for the blue coolant with a mileage on it, and that's actually for the engine oil. to say when the engine oil needs changing. So first part of the restoration is complete. Really pleased with that. Paul, anything you want to add to it?